Muted.
Okay, so just to reiterate what we were just talking about, we were doing a little role play regarding our leads, and Sherilyn had the guts to write a script down and to share it with us. And so we're just now taking a look at how that could be done a little bit differently, a few tweaks to that. And in terms of, instead of stating more about who we are and what we're doing, starting off with more questions and more bringing the people in to ask what their experience has been. And I'll give you an example of that in a minute after I answer Shauna's hand. Shauna, you wanted to say something? You're muted, hon. You're muted. You're muted.
I love your direction. And a thing that you might slip in is, yeah, were you on Caller-Ed? I don't know where to get it anymore. Are you still getting it?
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Yeah.
So you might want to write some of these things down, but we are recording this now. So we want to give you as much ammunition moving into these leads. And maybe I should really backtrack again for Liddy. Liddy, I know you haven't been on the previous call. We're going to catch you up to speed. This is an initiative, sort of a micro initiative within our team of calling. I was involved in a nutritional company years ago that was a binary system like ours, but not as advanced, and had a health product that was very, very good. But was not, it was a collagen-based product. It didn't have the same delivery system as Fountain of Life, but it was good and it did help a lot of people. But the company folded due to poor management. And I happen to have all of the names of the entire company for North America that were involved with that company. So what I've done is I've created a volunteer group of people that want to participate and call those people. It can be certain areas. You can ask for certain areas across Canada if you want to build into the east or the west or in the States or wherever it is that you want to build into. And we're delegating leads out each week with the names. I'm writing them down in a notebook for each of you. And we're going to make those calls each week. And then we're going to come back on the Monday morning and we're going to reiterate our experience of what happened with those leads. Do we have appointments booked? Have we shared videos? Did we not get any response? Did we get hung up on? Whatever it was that happened. And we're going to do this collectively moving forward week by week by week. So you'll always have new leads to call and you'll always have support from us on what happened with those leads and getting new leads once those leads have been taken care of for that week. So that's a quick overview. So now what we were saying is Sherilyn just shared what she shared with us, but we're tweaking it a little by saying something like, hello, Sherilyn, how are you doing today? Or hello, is Sherilyn in, please? Oh, okay, Sherilyn speaking.
Hi, yes, it's Sherilyn here. How can I help you?
Oh, wonderful. Well, I'm glad I caught you. Actually, do you have a couple of seconds?
Yeah, let me turn the soup off and I'm all yours.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Okay, here I am.
Cooking as usual. Okay. Well, that's awesome. You know, the reason I'm calling Sherilyn is I know that you happen to be involved with a company. I'm not sure whether you're going to have to go back into your archives here. Do you remember taking a product or being involved with a product called Caller-Ed?
Yes.
Oh, good. Awesome. Well, that's wonderful because so was I. And you know, it was such an amazing product. Would you agree? How did you end up getting involved with Caller-Ed and what was it doing for you when you were, oh, she's out. Just a minute.
Okay. I'm onto my desk. Okay, am I here still?
Yeah,
I'm on my desk now. Okay, connecting. Okay, well, you know what? Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm going to turn my phone off. Okay, here I am.
Excuse me.
Okay, sorry. Okay, here we go. Are we good now? Yes, I can see
Yeah.
everybody now, which is great.
So I just asked you, I said, my name's
Yes.
Karen, and actually I've come to, the reason I'm calling is because I happen to know that you were involved with a company called Essentially Yours back in the day. Do you remember that at all? Do you remember being involved with a product called Calorat? Now, you can ask any way you want, and we can
Right.
come up with suggestions on how to be the best opener on that. But the bottom line, you want to get to the fact quickly that they were either using Calorat or were they building the business. So when I asked her, do you remember using a product called Calorat, or are you still using it?
You know what? No, I am not, because I don't even know where I can find it anymore. They disappeared, and that was the end of it. And I finished my last bottle, like 8 years ago, and I haven't taken it since. I've tried moving on to other products, because my health is. I liked what it did for my health at that time, and looking to find something similar to it again, but really haven't come across, but neither have I really done any work to try and find it. So,
Well,
yeah.
that's awesome. I can totally relate to that. When I was using Calorat very, very diligently and had some amazing results on the product myself. And unfortunately, things happen, and the company went down, and so I'm the same as you. I've looked for alternatives to find some really good health products. Now, was there an advantage to you, the fact that there was a business that went along with that?
I can't even remember. It's been so long ago. So
Okay.
I
Well,
can't really answer that.
for myself, actually, I ended up loving the product so much, I ended up becoming a major distributor with the company. And so I was pretty devastated when things went down. And so I made it a mission, actually, to find an alternative, but also a stream of income with it as well. So I found something that you're absolutely, I'm sure, going to appreciate. It has all the benefits that Calorat had, and then some. It's like Calorat on steroids. I'd love to share it with you. I don't know, we can probably, I don't know whether right now is a good time. If you're handy to your computer, I could show you a couple of things, or we can schedule something that works for you. I need about 10-15 minutes of your time. I can also send you a link and then follow up with you if you like, once you've had a chance to take a peek at it. This is going to blow your mind. Are you currently open to looking at something that can really give you some improvement in your health?
Of course, better health, and if someone is calling me to say that they have something, I'll listen. I'll always listen.
That's
Um,
awesome. I
yeah.
think I have to give kudos to you for being a pioneer back in the day, and being a part of the industry before it was even popular to be a part of the industry. How has the pandemic, okay. So
Yeah.
we could have gone either way with this. I could have started
Yeah.
with that about the pandemic, how, things have certainly changed since then. Years have gone by. Who would have ever thought that what happened in the last few years would have ever happened? How did you forge through the pandemic? Did you, was your health okay, or were you struggling with that? Or, so there's all kinds of questions that we can go on from that. You kind of have to pick one or two channels of where you're going to go with this, and then get to the appointment very quickly once they've identified who you are. Now, if they want to talk, and if they want to say, oh God, yeah, I can't believe the company folded and blah, 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 then you can entertain that. But what you're really wanting to do is bridge a commonality, and then get to, if they're open to taking a look at something. Catherine, I'd love your input.
Well, I just actually wanted to tell you something, and I wanted to ask a question.
Okay.
So,
Which way you want to do it.
for those of you who don't know, this is Calorat. I have a bottle.
That's funny.
It doesn't expire till 2024, so I still sip on it on occasion. But I was going to ask, when we're making these calls, and Hi, may I speak to Karen Henry? Oh, this is Karen Henry. Oh, great, Karen. My name is Catherine Page. I'm calling you on behalf of Opulence Global, but why I'm calling actually is I used to work with Essentially Yours, and I believe you were involved with Essentially Yours as well. I feel like the person on the other end of the phone is going to say, how did you get my number?
Yeah, we talked about that. And
And why, like, to, I just would like to know, obviously I missed a call, so.
yeah,
this
I
look
mean,
like.
it's a funny one to address. We had a couple of different ideas on that. I mean, I think that if you're kind of not saying you're calling on behalf of Opulence Global, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't bring Opulence Global, the title of Opulence Global, into it at all. I would just be me calling them because I happen to know that they were involved with Essentially Yours. And I just wanted to reach out because I know I really loved Calorad. I was just wondering, do you still have a resource to get it? Actually, you know what? We could even take this a step further because we can get it for them. If they really wanted it, we can get it for them. So that's a whole nother thing. And it might maybe even bridge us in easier. You know, I do have a resource now. It's not through a network distribution channel, but I can reach out and get you a product at a much better price than what you were paying through it before. But really, what I'd love to share with you is a product that is actually, I find, superior to Calorad. I don't know whether you're open or whether you've been on things. Tell me a little bit about what's happening for you in your health since you haven't been taking the product, and then get them talking. But we could use that, and it's the truth. We can get them the product if we needed to, and we could get it to them. I could have it shipped from Toronto by the case to them. So,
Well,
and
you
it
know
would
what,
work
if I
out.
could just say, I don't think that's a good idea, because if we're trying to promote Fountain of Life, I don't think we should be trying to, get them. I mean, Calorad, even if it's cheaper now, is still not an inexpensive product. And if
Right.
we're
And it is also available online. People can go in online and get
Yeah.
it from the US. It's more expensive because it's in US dollars, but okay, so we don't even need to talk about that. I was
But
just
what is
thinking if
the
it was
consensus?
easier for you to bridge into it. But
But what is the consensus on what is going to be the best way to handle the first objection, which is going to come up, is how did you get my number?
okay, Daria.
You're muted. Oh.
Yeah, so the way I'm gonna approach it, hi Catherine, blah blah blah. I'm Daria. You know, you and I were involved with the product. Either we were business partners or taking Calorad. Oh, okay. How did you get my name and number? You know what? I was part of the business, and I have a whole list of names of people that were involved with the company.
Okay.
Yeah, and really, I mean, it's not like you're I mean, if they're going to be rude, they could just say, well, don't call me again. But
Yeah.
they're not going to, because they had that commonality involved with you, and you can just say, so I thought I'd reach out because I found something that is Calorad on steroids.
Yeah. No, that's good. I like that segue.
Yeah,
Because Catherine, that made me a little bit concerned, because if they say, how would you get my name and number? I didn't want to say, well, Karen Henry's got
No.
18,000 names, right?
no,
So it was, you know what? We are either both taking the product or we're in the business. And I have a list of people's names and numbers, and I'm launching a new product in the area, and I'm really excited to share it with you. Do you have time for another call?
beautiful.
I don't want to give them a lot. I want to get them excited, say we're launching a new product that is very successful, doing very well. A lot of people are making great money on it. And I'm personally launching a team in Alberta, and I'm calling the people that were part of Calorad because it was a similar product, improving one's health. So I'm looking to build a team. Are you
Okay.
Yeah,
interested?
and that's brilliant. And
Are
that's
you
brilliant.
interested? No. Click next.
Yeah. Yeah, don't worry about getting stuck on any one particular person because we've got thousands to go through. And I like the idea, and we did have that in the recording if you listen to it. Anybody that hasn't been up to speed yet on this project, we did talk about the scripts that are right in the Robo Recruiter. And it's talking about, I'm looking to put a launch team together. I'm launching a new product into your area. And since you were already ahead of the game, way before even it was popular to be in this industry, kudos to you. I thought I'd reach out and see if there was any interest in you taking a look at this, because it's, you know, it's an excellent product. It has all the benefits of CalRad, and it's a much better program, actually. It's a much more evolved program than what we even had before. So I'd love to share it with you. When is a good time? So I love that. Launching a new product in your area, that gives it sort of a feeling of they're one of the first. You've thought of them. The curiosity, you know, you're not telling them what the product is. You're not telling them it's Norwegian spruce. You're not telling them anything about it. You're creating the curiosity about launching this new product into their area, and you're putting a team together, and you'd love to take a few minutes to share it with them. No details before you get on the call. No company name, and no, well, what is the product? You know what? I'm just going crazy here. I've got to go, but you know what? I will totally explain everything when I'll tell you everything when I can show you everything. So unless you want to talk about Fountain of Life ahead of time, but I don't suggest it. What is this? Oh, sorry, Shauna and Catherine, either one. Go ahead.
Thanks. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for taking my call. Ask me, how'd you get my name?
How did you get my name?
You know what? I've always been a note taker, so we must have been in a meeting, and you know, sometimes I've just got your name written down here and your telephone number, and I just take notes all the time.
That's a good one.
Okay.
It's a collection of my list.
It's what, Catherine, what were you going to say?
So assuming that we get to the part where they say that they have some interest, and we have not shared the name of the company, nor have we shared the name of the FOL or anything else, the next step would be to try and book them to come to a tour with you. Is that where we're going with this?
Well, what we thought we would do is, if they're busy, if they're ready right then, have your Zoom ready, have your FOL.1 ready with your username, of course, have your Opulence Global website up. And if you can get them to jump on a Zoom, if you've got 10 or 15 minutes right now, I'd love to show you a little bit about what it is we're doing. And I would show them the Fountain of Life, FOL.1/Catherine Page, and just walk through it with them and say, you know, this product is just exploding across the world because there's so much benefit from it, that there's so many people are having benefits from it. You can add them to the Facebook page. Like, it's going to be up to you how quickly you want to get into it with them. But I think if you've got their attention, grab it. At least with the FOL, you can show them the business later. Go ahead, Daria.
For me, I don't know if I would be that comfortable to jump into a Zoom right at the moment. My
Okay.
comfort zone would be, we are inviting select people that want to launch this new project, that want to be, leaders with it. And I would like to invite you to a group meeting. You know, similar.
Or how about a business overview, or
Yeah.
a product and business overview? I love that.
My hands would sweat to start doing a Zoom right now.
Okay. So we are inviting a select group of people to a preview or a viewing of our offering, of our platform. And you know, I don't know why my brain isn't functioning today. I'm telling you, I was telling Kelly earlier. Again, it's misfiring like crazy today. But anyway, that was great what you just said. So we could make it so that we do every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. and we invite our people to that. If that's what you feel comfortable with, you don't feel comfortable with previewing it yourselves, invite to a Tuesday. Maybe we do a Tuesday at noon and a Tuesday at 6. So that way, if somebody can't make it in the evenings, they could come during the day for a lunch. We could call it a lunch and learn, or we could call it, you know, what do they call those? What do they call them, guys? A lunch.
Lunch and learn.
Lunch and learn.
Lunch and learn. Or we could do a you know, a supper hour presentation around 7. Well, not Tuesday, I guess, because we've got well, yeah, because the forensic doesn't start till 8 for us.
There is only an hour.
Yeah,
But-
and if we start at 7, even if we're going to BC, that would still be 5 their time. And it would be 6 Alberta time. So if we made it 7 o'clock on Tuesdays or noon on Tuesdays, what do you think?
I love it.
Oh, One thing that I was
love the
gonna
lunch and
say,
learn.
Or
Is
1
about
o'clock
the,
maybe on Tuesdays, because we've got our star makers from 10 to noon on Tuesdays. I don't know why my brain isn't functioning. but
no, 10,
It's because,
it's on
you're not
Fridays.
drinking wine, Karen.
That's the problem.
Karen,
you
that is
just
on
nailed it.
Fridays. On Tuesdays at 8.
Pardon?
On Tuesdays at 8 in the morning,
Not 10.
not 10. 10 is on Fridays.
Oh, see how many brains are better than one? 8
And-
till 10. So then if we
8
made it a
to
noon
10.
hour presentation, you know, we're already ready. We're already up. We're already doing our thing. We take a quick break. We do a noon hour. If nobody shows up, great. We do our 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock.
But
I just don't want to rush them off before the forensic. Like, we've really got to get our presentation. If we're going to be doing this on a regular basis, we got to get that presentation down to 40 minutes, no more, with a solid call to action and with an anticipation of how we're going to follow up.
But what I was going to bring it to attention is the fact that in the past, like when Daria is saying, she's talking about, for example, I would like to invite you for a focus group or something, right? It gave the impression to me that she was talking about a physical get together, not just a virtual. So you have the two components, because if it is in that case, for example, on a physical level, if you're doing like live, remember when we did with Renee and others that they could call in and participate. So gives the support and all that. So even though that maybe they want to do wherever they are live, because here ourselves, we can do the same. Like, let's say we can create and say, okay, on this day, this whatever, we'll go somewhere and we can have person to person. Could be lovely.
Well, you could certainly meet people person to person because you're getting Winnipeg leads. So,
But everything
and then do
who's far
three-way
away.
calls with leadership. I can't start committing to person meetings everywhere, but certainly we can do the online, and you can meet somebody with your binder and face to face in a coffee shop and have a really nice get together. That's the beauty of having the leads in your area here. You can meet with them.
But I mean, for example, Daria, if she wants to meet her group and invite you to a focus group, she can have us or whomever on a call, let's say the same as we're doing, and do as Renee used to do to us. You come, like, she'll present whatever, and here I'll bring someone who can talk a little further, like, you know what I mean?
I
Like,
see what you mean. So you're saying, Daria,
we can
meet with
pitch
in
in
a
from a
boardroom,
distance.
in a boardroom setting or something in Alberta, and then
Yes.
have the leaders call in to support her
Yes,
in that physical meeting.
correct.
Okay, well, that's certainly down the road. We can, as you know, as the numbers start to build, and if they are in close proximity, then certainly that'll be something that'll evolve, and people can decide, you know, how they want to manage that. I remember met with a lot of boardroom presentations and had leaders call in, and it's great when you're launching the market. I guess when you said launching the market, the product in your market, you were thinking of maybe some breakout groups in physical
Well-
proximity, which will probably come if she gets a few leaders in place in the area, right? She can go in and support those leaders. Let's say she gets some people in Edmonton, and you know, you get 3 or 4 people starting in Edmonton, and you say to them, you know, if you each bring a couple of people, I'll drive into Edmonton, we'll do a boardroom presentation, and we'll have some leadership call in. That's a beautiful way to leapfrog into a market. So that's market development. That's a really good point. Face-to-face meetings. Right now, we're working on just getting them presented to as quickly, as easily as possible, which of course is the Zoom right now. Hands raised. Shauna?
Yes. Oh, this is what I wanted to say is I love Tuesdays that we have all of our days set up with meetings. And for me, when I think about that, I know it's a big deal having a learning lunch and then having our 6 o'clock and then our thing. For me, that separates the days, because I'm finding that there's so many meetings to attend that it really breaks up my week. And so if I had Tuesday that was a lunch and learn or a 6 o'clock that I can invite them to, our meeting in the beginning and then Ramin at the end, it's a full day. But for me, that would be fantastic.
Hold on, guys. I'm getting lightheaded. I gotta get water.
What does everybody think
Can
about
I
that?
just say something while she's away? I've had my
Yeah.
hand up forever. Nobody's paying any attention. And I like exactly what you're saying, a full day, because we're going from one to the next with a little break in between each time. It works because it's a productive day, and it's not scattered all over where it starts to break up the whole week. We've got to try and streamline our working days to our play days to our family commitment days, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I love today because I knew I had this to do, and it's great. I'm going from one to the next. So, Shauna, you're right. Plus,
Yeah.
I'd like to also comment on Daria. I loved what you said. I've always was a note taker. So we must have crossed paths somewhere back in the day. That's how I got your number.
Because a lot of people are used to saying, you know, I had an old business card or I had your name somewhere, and I just, you know, I'm launching into your area and I just thought I'd give you a call. It's so, and actually, you know, and then when you follow it up saying, you know, we're doing something, and we're getting, you know, I'd love to invite you to a select group business overview or something.
And that's our
using that
Tuesdays.
special feeling of, you know, we're selecting our people, we're locking arms with some people and launching into your area. I love the word launching. I think everybody should use it. And a lot of people might ask about the product, but you could say, you know, I'd rather share with you when I can show you. So let's schedule a time, either to get together on my personal Zoom, or I can invite you to a lunch and learn on Tuesday, if that works. And if not, I can get you into our select business viewing on Tuesday evening with my leaders at 7. Unless you want to do your own thing. Like if you want to do your own presentations, that's totally fine. It'll be faster. But if you can't, or if you don't feel comfortable, use us. Catherine, you got your hand raised for a while. What would you like to say?
I just want to say that I agree with Daria, that I think having, you know, saying that if they have some interest, to invite them to a select group business overview on Tuesday. either at noon or at 7, whatever we all decide is probably the way to go. Just because I think there's some, there's so many people that are calling and, I mean, I still have a house phone because I have I have a security system here in the house, but I'm getting all calls are just nonsense, right? Like it's people that are, it's either government or it's a scam or it's whatever, right? So I just think if we can get them down the road far enough to be able to get their interest, to be able to get them to come to a meeting, I think there's some power in numbers. So if the pitch is, I'd like to invite you to meet some of our team and some of the leadership and have a business overview with us. I just think that probably gives us a little bit more credibility as opposed to just one voice on one phone, phoning somebody out of the blue because I found your number. You know what I mean? I just think, it would be more credible.
Yeah, good points taken. And I think those key words that everybody is throwing in there, I hope everybody's taking notes, and we should put some notes together from this call and get them emailed to this group, because you want to have those key words written in front of you. And I just think that the faster we get to the questions, find out more about them, what's happened in their lives since they were involved with that company, what's going on in their health, are they open to taking a look at something? And if so, when is what's going to work? This is what we're doing. But I love the specifics of launching a new product into your area that is like Calarad on steroids. You can just say that. I mean, you don't have to get into details about Calarad. You don't have to, with the benefits that everybody's getting. We're getting results coming in from all over the world. So you don't have to say on what, you don't have to say what those results are. I can show you all of that. I'd love to share this with you. I would love to share this with you. We usually do a select group of people meet at 7 p.m. on Tuesday. We also do a lunch and learn to accommodate the people that are tied up in the evenings. Which would be better for you, a lunch and learn or an evening overview? You guys here with me?
I'll take a lunch and learn. Thank you.
I think
Okay.
that's great. I think it's great.
So again, very soft, not a lot of information. Get to the questions about them, not any details about us, because the difference is the details about us. It's a pitch. They've heard it over and over and over again. They're going to want to hang up the phone. Even if they don't even know what you're saying, they're going to want to hang up the phone, because they're being pitched at. They're being thrown at information, and everybody does that. Those call centers all phone, and it's just corny. But if you can get to that bridge of commonality very quickly, like Daria said, say it again about the sorry, I'm just not functioning. About okay, call me, Daria. That's role
Ding,
play.
ding. Hi, is this
Hello.
Karen?
Yes.
Hi, Karen.
this?
Hi, Karen. My name is Daria. I'm calling you because you and I have crossed paths with a product, a company essentially yours a few years ago, and specifically a product called Calarab. Now, we've crossed paths, and I'm reaching out to you because I am launching a team, and I just wanted to ask you, are you still taking Calarad? Have you found an alternative? Yeah, I blew it. I know.
That's
blew it.
okay.
No,
Right
keep
after
going. You're
when
great.
You said we've crossed paths. It would have
Yeah.
been great to say, with essentially yours, a product called Calarad, then just pause.
Yeah.
And let me acknowledge. Oh, right. Yeah, Calarad. Oh my God. Daria, I haven't taken that in years.
And Karen, I'm calling you because you live in Alberta, and I have an e-commerce business, and we're launching a new product, and I'm reaching out to people that were involved with essentially yours or on the product. Did you have success with taking that product back in the day?
Oh, I loved Calorad. I just
Are you
couldn't,
still-
when the company went under, I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe this. And so do you have Calorad?
Well, I don't have Calorad, but certainly I have an alternative product, which is an extremely powerful antioxidant, which is really helping so many people around the world, especially women. And because I've had success with the product, I want to share it with women because women are dear to my heart. We're tribal and we all have health issues. And if you're interested in learning more about the product, I would love to share it with you. But in the meantime, what are you taking as an alternative to Calorad?
Well, I'm on, the regular stuff, but I haven't really found anything that was quite so powerful for me. So so you say it's an antioxidant or
It's an extremely, extremely powerful antioxidant, which supports our health. And as you know, from when in our days back then, the majority of our problems come from inflammation. And this powerful antioxidant works at decreasing inflammation and so many other health concerns. And people have experienced so many health benefits. But you know what? I know I've called you out of the blue and I don't want to waste your time over dinner. But certainly, if you're interested, I would love to give you more information. I'm building an exceptional team in Central Alberta. And because you were part of Essentially Yours, and I know that the people that were part of that program were really outstanding human beings and they had so much to offer. And they were passionate about health and they were passionate about what they were doing. So if you would like more information, can you give me your email? I'm going to send you a couple short videos and then I'd love to follow up with you after you watch them in a couple of days. And I would love to invite you to a lunch and learn or an evening presentation. And it's a no commitment. I just, because you are involved with Essentially Yours, I want to give you the opportunity to learn about this powerful antioxidant and to see if it's something that you would like to try or your family, or learn more about the business. And if it's for you after the lunch and learn, great. If it's not, it's okay. But I want to give you the opportunity, woman to woman, to learn about this incredible antioxidant. Are you interested?
Given my history, I've always been interested in learning new things and certainly if I could make some money with it. I mean, after the pandemic, things went for a crapper. So, definitely I'll have a look. Here's my email. Now, the one thing I would suggest, Daria, is when you're saying it's a powerful antioxidant, people have heard about antioxidants, but you might get the resistance of, oh, well, I take a lot of antioxidants. I eat a lot. In their mind, they think, oh, I eat a lot of antioxidants. I eat blueberries and I eat all these fruits and vegetables. So I think we could go a step further if you are going to mention what the product is and say it's a breakthrough in science, but it's created by nature. So, and it's something very unique. You can't get it anywhere else in the world but through us. And I would love to share it with you and not get into don't put any things that they can just minimize it in their mind. Well, I got a whole cupboard full of antioxidants and I take my blueberries because a lot of people, it's been a buzzword for a long time and people don't really understand it. So if we can use things like breakthrough in science, created by nature, it's a breakthrough in science. It's an all natural product that is, so if you are going to talk about it, let's really give it the kudos that it deserves. It's a breakthrough in science created by nature. It's extremely powerful antioxidant, antimicrobial, and anti-inflammatory. We have 23 patents on it, and it's not available through any other source in the world, actually. So it's proprietary to us and I'd love to share it with you. It's like Calarad on steroids. There's so many things, there's so many benefits that you got from Calarad that you're going to get from this, and then some.
I like it.
Yeah. So you're not getting into the name of it. You're
No.
not getting into, it's an antioxidant, powerful antioxidant. It's a buzzword that's been used too much. People think, oh, well, I eat a lot of blueberries. I eat a lot of, I eat flaxseed on my cereal. So if you don't use that word, it's a breakthrough in science created by nature. We have 22 patents on it with a Health Canada number, and we are the only place you can get it in the world. It's like Calarad on steroids with all the benefits that you get. So then you just keep it light and simple so that they don't get into, and you can't get it anywhere else. I'd love to share this with you. You're going to be blown away.
I like it. I like it. And
Okay.
you know what? And sorry, I know I'm talking out of turn, but I'm having a conversation though. And what I feel is really important, we all need to role play because that's the only way we learn. And we have to be very open and vulnerable to each other's. It's not criticism, it's feedback to make us better. Because if we
Absolutely.
can become the best on this call, when we go to start making these calls, we're going to have the objections already tied up in our brains, what we need to say to switch to which way to pivot, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We have to have the answers. We have to have what's going to come up. Okay, what's the answer? How do we talk about the product? This is the script. This is what we say. We don't get into, well, it's from the Norwegian spruce up in the Northland and it's a disease-free tree. You can, once they've committed to getting on with you, because we'll take care of all that. You can just say high points like, if you loved Calarad, this is like Calarad on steroids with the benefits that you're going to get. And then some. It's exclusive to us. It's a patented product. It's all natural. We have a natural product Health Canada number. And I just want to share everything with you when I can show you everything. So when is a good time? And keep going back to take control. Don't let them control your narrative. Take back control. Remember, we're almost interviewing, so we're asking the questions at the beginning. We're giving them a little bit of a wetting their whistle with curiosity, and they will be curious. It's like what we started with the drops. Somebody compliments you. Oh yeah, thanks. I know I've been feeling and I've been noticing such a difference since I've been on these drops. I don't know. And then that's it. And that you see how people reach out and go, tell me again, what drops are you talking about? So no name, no company name. I'm going to show you everything when I'm going to tell you everything when I can show you everything. And you're
Would
going to
you
be blown
mention
away.
gut
You're going
health?
to be blown away. And I think we should only ask for 40 minutes.
100%.
Liddy, are you speaking? Liddy?
Oh, sorry, I was speaking with the girl.
Okay, no problem. Do you have any comments, Liddy? Because I know you're coming into this at the end, like you haven't seen anything else, and same with Lorraine. Are you okay with following along here what we're doing? Catherine, you got your hand up.
I just have a question. Did you guys already started calling people?
No, not yet. What we've done, first of all, I'm going to show you the video. There's two. We had an initial meeting. It's right here on the YouTube. What we talked about initially. Then we had a Monday, when was it? It was a morning meeting. And I went through the Robo Recruiter that is in the back office on the forensic, and I recorded going through it. There's a lot of really good scripts in there. And we delegated some leads so far. Has anybody started calling the leads yet?
No.
Okay. I think we maybe need about another week or so of And we could even, if you want, I want to give the girls a chance to watch these videos. Catherine hasn't had a chance to watch the videos yet either. I'll get the leads ready if you guys let me know you want to participate for you. And then by maybe throughout this week, we can start even doing breakout sessions and just team up and do some role playing of what we've listened to so far. I'll post this. It's not a great, well, there's some really great points in here. So I'm going to stop the recording right now. Hold on. So that it's not too long.